In January 2025, Joe Biden signed the Social Security Fairness Act of 2023. This bill repeals the Windfall Elimination provision and the government pension offset provision for Social Security. How might this affect you? Stay tuned. I'm Spencer Ford, CEO and Wealth Advisor with Conservative Financial Solutions. I'm also a certified financial planner professional. Let's get into today's video. First of all, this video specifically relates to those who have worked or are currently working for an employer that provides a pension that does not withhold Social Security tax from that employee's pay. It also applies to those who have a spouse that falls under the same circumstance. These types of pension plans are called non-covered pensions because Social Security taxes are not withheld, therefore making the employee not covered by Social Security. Approximately 40% of public school teachers, over 2/3 of firefighters, police officers, and other first responders, as well as 1/4 of state and local government employees fall into this category of working for an employer that does not pay into Social Security. That may sound bad, but it really isn't. The pension plan that the employee is part of is supposed to be designed to replace a significant portion of the employee's paycheck when they retire, depending upon their salary and years of service. So you might not be covered for Social Security. That's not necessarily a bad thing because your pension should more than make up for it. At least that's the idea. So this is supposed to offset the need for Social Security benefits. However, many teachers, first responders, and other workers have had jobs previously or get jobs after they leave their employer that didn't pay into Social Security for an employer that does pay into Social Security for the jobs that they do. Some people work two jobs, a job that doesn't contribute to Social Security and one that does. So therefore, part of their income in retirement comes from a non-covered pension, but they are also entitled to Social Security benefits as well because they've racked up enough quarters under Social Security to get a check from Social Security. So in this example, this individual who has work experience with both an employer that didn't pay into Social Security and one that did would likely be subject to what was called previously the Windfall Elimination Provision, or WEP. There are specific calculations used to determine what the WEP is based on an individual's earnings record. Essentially, a calculation is made using the WEP calculation to determine how much an individual will receive from Social Security based on the fact that they receive a non-covered pension. The WEP will likely reduce what they would receive from Social Security without the pension. The second item of this decision is the government pension offset, or GPO. If you are the surviving spouse of someone who received a non-covered pension, that non-covered pension could reduce the amount you receive from Social Security. Again, there are specific calculations used to apply this, but the point of this video is you don't have to worry about it anymore based on the new law. The new law repeals both the Windfall Elimination provision and the government pension offset. If you were subject to either of these provisions previously, you are likely to receive a bump in your Social Security benefit. One last thing, you may have noticed that the bill is titled the Social Security Fairness Act of 2023. It's 2025. So what happened to 2024? Well, according to this bill, retroactive payments will need to be made to those who were subject to the Windfall Elimination provision and or the government pension offset in 2024. Now, I don't have all the details on how that's going to get figured out and how they're going to pay that out because the bill was just signed into law, but it also fall into this category. I would do some research. This is a big deal for some families as it will increase the retirement income in a meaningful way. The Windfall Elimination provision and the government pension offset were often seen as unfair, like we discussed earlier. Why should someone who worked for an employer who didn't pay into Social Security, as well as an employer that did pay into Social Security, be penalized? This is Congress undoing what was previously done to try and bring fairness into the equation. However, it's not without its downside. Social Security is already an underfunded program, and according to the Congressional Budget Office, this new provision doesn't help. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit subscribe. My name is Spencer Ford with Conservative Financial Solutions, and we'll see you in the next one.